What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of this Arizona Cardinals franchise here in Madden 21. And today, we are coming off the pinnacle of football. A Super Bowl championship, the first one in Arizona Cardinals franchise history to be exact. And now that we have that out of the way, the only thing left to do is to build a dynasty. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen because without a doubt, the run that we went on to win that Super Bowl was a complete Cinderella run. I mean, we almost got bounced in the wild card to the Philadelphia Eagles. So, I'm not saying that we can repeat, but a good first step is the offseason. And if you take a look at this team, so the secondary on defense looks pretty solid. Budda Baker, Pat Pete, Byron Murphy, and obviously Derwin James, who we acquired last season through trade. Those are all solid pieces. Yeah, we could use a good third cornerback, but Jalen Thompson, who would play safety, can slide into that position for us, and we'd be all right. And the linebacking core is nothing bad either. Hassan Reddick, yeah, we could do with a better right outside linebacker, but dude is still playing well. But the two places where we need the most work on offense and defense are the lines. O-line and D-line. We are struggling in both of those regards. Now, granted, in the game, they didn't show up that poorly. It didn't affect us too much, but we could definitely improve at both of these positions. But the problem is, this free agent class isn't a great one when it comes to that. In fact, most of the best players from this free agency class are all halfbacks, and I think we are set at that position with Kenyon Drake and Chase Edmonds, so I don't see the point in chasing either one of them. But the thing is, these guys are all talented and young. They're like 26, 27. It's Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara, Kareem Hunt. But for some reason in this game, usually at least one of the three ends up going unsigned throughout all of free agency, and I don't know what or why that happens. But if that happens, come preseason week 1, we might scoop up somebody and choose to move Kenyon Drake because he's 27. And if you look at Jones, Alvin, and Kareem Hunt, they're all younger and a higher overall. So we'll see. But for right now, we're going to look at that line. And you see we have Mason Cole, who I guess did all right for us. He's only 25. And I know that Mike Pouncey is 32. But bringing this guy in, I think it's a necessary move. We're going to go ahead and lowball him, like really low, because no one seems to be giving him any type of offers. So hopefully we can pick him up here. Just going to go ahead and touch up the salary and signing bonus and end up offering him a contract that looks a little bit like this. $4.3 million, only 52 total points. But I'm banking on the fact that no one else will even offer him a contract. Because as you look, all of the other teams are going after Corey Lindsey, and we don't need him. So we'll be okay if we can just get Mike Pouncey. Now, another position, you see right tackle, right guard, there is no talent in this free agency class. In fact, Marcus Gilbert was on the team, and we let him walk. But if you look at left end, look at this man, Ryan Kerrigan. I know he's 33, but for a one-year deal, the fact that he has no offers, superstar dev, and an 80 overall, this would be amazing to have. Zach Allen, no disrespect to him, but come on, it's Ryan Kerrigan. We have a chance to get him for dirt cheap, and I'm going to go ahead and try and make it happen. $2.95 million, 40 points. But we'll just have to wait and see, because as you see, they're always going after Trent Murphy. He's only 3 years younger. I don't know how much more production you guys expect to get out of him, but I'll take Ryan Kerrigan for that little if he falls to me. Now here at defensive tackle, I was considering this, and I end up going after one person, but in the draft specifically, there is one dude in the draft who I have my eye on. We had that 32nd overall pick, but I am planning on trading up. We don't have our second rounder, and we don't have our fifth rounder because of the D-Hop trade, obviously. But at defensive tackle, there is just one person in particular that I really, really want to go get. But we ain't to the draft portion of the video just yet, so instead, we're going to go ahead and try and sign Marcel Darius to a 2-year deal. Just touching up the signing bonus a little bit, and $9.2 million. 62 points. Complete garbage offer. But, again, we're just banking on a whole bunch of vets falling to us for dirt cheap. Here at right outside linebacker, I know we have Hassan Reddick, but I'm not going to go and chase a dude like Demario Davis. Let's go ahead and sim to next week and see if these guys signed. And would you look at that? Ryan Kerrigan, contract accepted. Marcel Darius, contract accepted. And Mike Pouncey. All three of the vets that we went after, we pick up all three. So that's a massive win for us. Look at left end. We went from a 71 overall Zach Allen to a superstar 80 overall Ryan Kerrigan. At defensive tackle, Now, I get Corey Peters did have a productive season for us, and he might stick around, but with Marcel Darius plus the dude I'm trying to draft, I think Corey Peters is probably going to get shipped off. But here, as you guys can see, Mason Cole has been demoted. That center position is looking a whole lot better. Right guard and right tackle still leave a lot to be desired, but that is to be expected. At left end, there you go. And Corey Peters is now defensive tackle number 2. That pretty much wraps up everything I want to do in free agency, but there is one more guy. We don't have a backup quarterback, and I'm trying to bring in Mitch Trubisky for $550,000 a year and a $0 signing bonus. That is literally the worst offer you could possibly give someone. I don't expect to sign him, but I don't think any other teams are really going to be going after this man either, so that is what we're going to count on. But with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the draft. Wait, actually, before we go there, like I said, the one dude I want from the draft, there is no way this man slips to 32nd overall, so I am going to have to trade up. Like I said, Corey Peters can be shipped, and you see the Vikings have the 6th overall pick, and they are that interested in Corey Peters. I don't know why or how, but I will take it if we can get this to go through. Now, in Madden, a 7th round pick has virtually 0 value, so we're going to have to bump that up to a 6th. And do you think they're going to give it to us? Still so close, yet so far. So again, bump it up another round, a 5th rounder. This is as high as we can go. Alright, I'm not offering anything better than this. That 3rd rounder I'd really like to hang on to. So this better go through for us. Here we go, moment of truth. And it does. So for the 32nd overall pick, Corey Peters, an old-ass defensive tackle who we already replaced in free agency with a better one, we have the 6th overall pick. So with that out of the way, we can now officially get into the NFL draft. And with the 1st overall pick, the Miami Dolphins are on the board. Now, the reason I'm letting this play out is because the guy I want to draft is honestly so good, he could definitely be a top 5 player. And I don't know if the 5 teams in front of me want a D tackle or even need one, but this guy is probably like the steal of the draft. Like, obviously, there's going to be great players like Penei Sewell and Trevor Lawrence and everybody that we know about. But I'm talking, this is a dude who's projected mid-1st round, but he genuinely has the talent to be the best defensive player coming out of this draft class. So with the 2nd overall pick, luckily our dude is still on the board. The Falcons are going to be selecting Jamar Chase out of LSU. Alright, so our chances are still great. I don't know why they need another receiver in that stacked receiving core, but whatever. They use their 2nd overall pick on him. So the Titans are on the board, and they're going to be taking Gregory Rousseau. Okay, so they take a D lineman, just not the one we have our eye on, so that is A-okay with us. And now with the 4th pick, the Bills are going to be taking Patrick Surtain II. He is, I think, the highest overall player in this class. So no surprise there. They get another stud at cornerback. And the Broncos take Dylan Moses, which means that the guy we wanted from the jump is still there. Let's scroll on over to defensive tackle. Actually, we don't even need to. He is at the top. It is Marvin Wilson. Yes, Trevor Lawrence fell outside the top 5, outside the top 6. I don't know when he went. I know it tells us we reached, but I don't care, alright? 10th overall. We took him at 6th. We don't care. This is the guy we needed. So let's go ahead and advance to our next user pick. We don't really care. So I don't even know where Trevor landed. He could have gotten to the football team with the 7th overall pick. I'm 95% sure that's where he went if they were even semi-smart. But there we go. Our next pick is in the 3rd round. Yes, we had to wait a while, but that is okay because we took the only dude we really wanted. So here with the 32nd pick in the 3rd round, I was looking for like the best possible player. I wasn't sure who I was going to take, but in the end, I decided on Shaka Toney. Yes, another D lineman, but he was the only dude we needed, and he was the best available player on that draft board. You guys took a look at that. It was pretty rough. We're at the end of the 3rd round now, and there were pretty much no other good options. So we took who we wanted. So far, we are doing okay, and now we are again gonna have to wait for a long time for our next pick. Round number 6, pick 32, as it keeps on scrolling forever and ever and ever. Here we go. Round 6, I'm gonna go ahead and make my selection. I contemplated trading this pick away, but I decided, you know what, there's nothing really good left. There is one right tackle, Spencer Brown, but he was taken. He's actually a 3rd round talent, but he's scouted as a 7th rounder. So, I mean, I guess the CPU did their scouting. So they did what they had to do. They picked him up. And I was looking at cornerback. No one really great. I didn't have anyone scouted this low. But I decided there is one person I need. Just one person. And that name is not Tony Fields. That name is actually Gene Dangus. Yeah, he's more of a meme. And it doesn't really matter. But I guess Andy Lee was getting pretty old. Take a look at my man's number. Yeah, 69. Haha, the sex number. And yeah, that's pretty much going to end it. We do have our Mr. Irrelevant pick, who, if I was smart, I should have traded away because that would turn into a 6th rounder next year, which is a bump up, and there's no one I could have possibly taken with this pick that would have helped my team in any way. But it's the Mr. Irrelevant pick. Come on, you can't trade this pick away. We are going to be taking someone who will probably never play a snap on this team, but we plan to have stick around in the organization for a while, and that man is Dylan McCaffrey. 57 overall. Yeah, you heard that right. 57. He won't even be the quarterback number 2 because we're going to bring in another guy who I will talk about in a second. I don't know why it said he's going to be wearing number 13. I don't know if he thinks he's Kurt or even Christian Kirk, but he definitely will not be wearing that number. But that is going to wrap it up for our draft. So let's go ahead and take a look at this team. Not a lot has changed. All right, Gene Dangus, yes. Dylan McCaffrey, he's not going to be quarterback 2, like I said. We're bringing another guy. I will show you guys in a second. But that receiving core is solid. At tight end, we have Max Williams. We definitely need a backup tight end. I don't think Kevin Beachum could stay at that backup role. But here on defense, Ryan Kerrigan, a big pickup. Marvin Wilson, who I'm actually going to move up to D-tackle number 1 just so he gets more reps. I know Marcel Darius is a little bit better, but this dude Wilson is going to be an absolute monster. So I want him on the field as much as possible for him to progress as much as possible. The secondary has seen no changes. Neither has this linebacking core. I guess Shaka Tony is the right outside linebacker number 3 now, but I doubt he gets subbed in at the position much. But yeah, that is what this team is going to be looking like heading into season number 2. And I will see you guys after the preseason, which I won't be playing just because it's so boring. I don't want to play that, alright? But I will see you in the regular season week 1. So that pretty much wraps up the entirety of the offseason. It's been a good one for us. The O-line really hasn't improved as much as we'd want it to. Yeah, we have Mike Pouncey, but that right guard and right tackle positions are still both struggling pretty badly. So hopefully, I don't know if we'll be able to even make a play to improve those positions. But all we can do is hope, really. But yeah, that's been it. Oh, before I go, I have to show you guys who we have coming in at quarterback number 2. It is the 13th year man out of Delaware, the NFL's most elite quarterback. It is Joe Flacco. He is the man I want holding down the kicks for Zane Gonzalez. So he's going to be quarterback number 2. I mean, it's not a big change. I just love Joe Flacco so much. Mr. I like marrying 4'2" girls, you know, just nothing but respect for the man. I absolutely love that dude. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. If you guys have enjoyed, please make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.